mindset of what it takes to actually plan out your week so that you're moving in some sort of direction that's going to have a result, and what you should be working your way up to. If you're brand new to the business, you want to get through the boss as quick as possible, but don't delay. If you have someone you want to speak with right away, don't be doing the presentation by yourself. Don't be trying to explain it by yourself. Get someone else to help you out and have them help you, explain it. And so we're going to offer up a couple of different presentations during the week. There's one tomorrow night. I'm going to be doing a training tomorrow in the daytime around 11 a.m. Eastern. We'll see if that time works for people. It may not work for everybody, but I'm going to, I don't know that there is a time that works for everybody. So I'm going to do some trainings in the mornings, quick invites, sometimes marketing ideas, sometimes just a couple simple things to do, just to like the way you have to think about this, and then driving people to more presentations, and where you can actually have your prospects go and have people that are very good at this explaining it to your prospects. So there's one webinar tomorrow night. We'll get the link out to that for everybody, and then Wednesday night we're going to do something as well. But there's going to be a couple of trainings during the week, and I really want you to start thinking about the week. It's Sunday night, right? And we have jobs. We're busy. If you have a job, you have to be very organized around your network marketing business if you're going to have any chance of building it while you're at work, right? Because you might spend most of your time in the day at work, and so you have to be efficient with your time around that, and just decide that you're going to do some things and make some things happen during your lunch breaks, during a 15-minute break here, and be inviting people to look at stuff. Get people on your team to help talk to your prospects. And that's what you want to be doing on a weekly basis. So, it's kind of like the week starts with, you might have some follow-ups from the previous week, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays are kind of like you're inviting people. It's not that you couldn't call a new prospect on Thursday. You could, but you want to be inviting people, early in the week, and then getting them to, make decisions by the end of the week, or, within, after you present, right? Sometimes people have questions or whatever, but you want to be, not prolonging this for weeks and weeks and weeks. You should be expecting people to enroll as you present to them, ask them to make a decision and be ready for that. Because I know if you do that more often than not, you're going to start getting those types of results immediately. You'll have some people push off for a couple of days. But I find that people say, well, I'm going to talk to that person next week, or, oh, it's Wednesday of this week. Well, they're going to get back to me next week. I understand sometimes people go on trips or get busy. But what you want to be doing is really getting the people in front of the information, getting a decision from them. They want to become a customer, want to become a rep, and then helping them get started, asking them, to start working on their first 4 people. So I know right now we have the new some people, if they didn't make gold status, then we have a new chance to do that till March 14th. Okay. We also have, this is last week, that they can get free products from the company by coming in with one of the elite kits, business kits, etc. So you just have to look at your calendar and say, okay, it's Monday, it's Tuesday. You want to be inviting people to look at information during these days, getting people in front of presentations, and then having collecting, following up with them, getting the decisions, getting any additional questions going, and and using that process. So hold on. The memo about the gold status, I don't even know. Did it go out on an email? I don't even know. I thought it did.
I think it did. Yeah. It went out because they announced it on our call and then they sent it out. So I know they're also going to update it on the weekly email again this week to get everybody rocking on it.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a memo somewhere. Basically, here's your memo. You have till March 14th to go gold. Okay, there's your memo. So get it done. That's basically, I don't know how else to say it. And if you signed up anybody like in January, I think it was after January 4th. So anybody after January 4th, they'll backdate that person. So if you sign someone up on the 4th or the 5th of January for 150 volume and they had an auto delivery, they count as one of your 4 as well. So that's the entire memo. So that's what we need to be thinking about. We have people to get a chance to get that back and make that happen. And so I think it's a big, I have somebody that's doing it. One of my guys, Julian, he just got a person. He had one of his contacts enroll. He's been making money. He's been looking at his bank account. He's making more and more money. He can't He doesn't even know what's going on, but he's been selling enough products, and he just started enrolling a few people, and now he's seeing the money coming in, and it's pretty cool. So there's a lot of great stuff going on, and in your area, wherever you live, no one really knows about this business, all right? And so it's wide open everywhere, and so the people that take advantage of that are going to be the people that are going to make the most income, because most of all you here, everyone here is here for the money reasons, right? I mean, that's what you're here. You're for the business. This wasn't a call for our customers. This was a call for the business builders. And so, if I've talked to you, if Woodson's talked to you, if people in your organization have talked to you, and you have access to those people, what your job description is really is to help prospects make a decision to become a customer or become a rep. That's basically it. Okay, and they're basically, I am recording this. So that's your job, right? And so you have the contacts, and it goes about what are you going to say to them? And we were covering this yesterday in San Diego. What are you going to say to them, the words, so that people will come to the presentation? So we'll work a little bit on that, and then I'll answer some questions. And then Woodson, I think what we could do is, we could go through, like, you've had some crazy stories. I mean, there's some stories out there with the weight loss stories, with people with Slender Eyes, the weight loss stories. I mean, even your newest person who's been in the business for 9 days and has already enrolled 15 people, 10 of those elite packs, and that's in the last 9 days. And that's just someone you met on the cruise who was never really even doing network marketing before. I mean, did a little couple party plan things here and there, but nothing special, right? And so it's exciting what's going on.
Oh my gosh, exciting's the understatement of the century.
Yeah, I mean, what is your gal saying to people to get her? Basically, explain what you're doing.
Well, it's what she's doing as well as what we're doing. And Christy is amazing. I'm going to go ahead and put her name out there. Her name is Christy Oki. She's from Omaha. She's absolutely amazing. And she here's what she did. After she got back, we walked through the presentation. We did it on the ship. It was kind of rushed and kind of crazy, but it was really, really good. But we went, and Skype is free. So she had a Skype account, I had a Skype account, and we would be talking. And then I said, okay, I want you to go to ARIIXpresentation.com because I want to show you this is what we're going to use. We're going to walk people through the presentation. We're going to get them familiar with how we get paid. And if it goes over their head, that's okay. We really want to hit on some major components. But when we walk them through this, they're going to be so at ease because they're going to have access to the exact same information. And she was like, you're kidding me. And I said, nope, there's no velvet curtain here with, everything's hidden behind. We are an open book. And so we started doing that before her product came. And we talked to people on speakerphones at her office. Wait a minute. Woodson, you didn't wait for her to lose 40 pounds or 20 pounds? No way, man. We had people in the business before her came.
I thought they had to lose weight first and then they could do it.
But here's the crazy part, and here's the most fun part, is by the time her kit came, her business came, she had people started, and then within just a handful of days of starting the business, they took the Slender Eye system very seriously. Needless to say, they got an elite pack. They knew that was the most cost-effective way for she and her husband to reach their health goals, their weight goals, and their business financial goals. Guys, y'all have got to understand the value in an elite pack so that even if someone can't afford it, which is okay, they'll want to upgrade to it as quickly as possible, which is fine too. But really, they stand to gain so much more by being positioned correctly with that. And she picked up on that right away. And so by the time her product came, they tore into that lickety-split. And their weight loss is phenomenal. Their energy is phenomenal. When you're a product of the product, you can talk to anybody about anything. And so that also is like, you've got to come see what we got our hands on. We feel so good. This is incredible. No one knows about this in Omaha. Come over to our house tomorrow at 6:30. And she is the best table setter.
Okay. Hold on 1 second because this is valuable. I know some people have their hands up. Let me see here. I don't want to stop and do a bunch of questions because we're on a flow right now. Can reps who come in a cheaper pack order an elite pack later? You can, I'll just tell you, Jenny. Hey, Jenny, they can upgrade. They have 4 weeks to upgrade, okay? If it's an extreme case, use your judgment, but don't put it out there that, oh, yeah, everybody can just, buy an elite pack whenever they want. No, that's not the case, okay? So they have 4 weeks to upgrade. But what we're going to do, we're going to give you some invites to this stuff later after this. So we're planning on getting out of here within the hour, right? Like by 7. Like 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I know it's a little late Eastern time, but you know what? You're an entrepreneur and you're doing the things that burn the midnight oil. Sometimes you have to do that. So we're going to give you a couple invites. I'm also going to have Woodson walk through the value of the elite pack. So you're going to see that at the end as well. So don't go anywhere. But Woodson, can you cover exactly what you just said? No one's heard of this, and you have to be like you're launching this business and no one's even heard about it before because no one has. All right. Wherever you are, you're like first mover's advantage, and you just said something there, Woodson, and I'm going to let you take away. How did she say it again with the people in Omaha? What did she say?
Well, she talks about how amazing she feels. She talks about just what they've got their hands on. She says, forget about all that. We are the first ones to know about this here. You have got to come over to my house. This is going to be huge.
And they don't even know what it is. They don't even know what it is, really, right? I mean, she said a little bit about it. Yeah.
Some people might think it's about weight loss. Some people think it's about business. She really doesn't say, but here's the deal. She's lived a good life. And when I say a good life, she has treated people well. She's honest and forthright. And so people listen to her because she's not this game show host running around Nebraska, She's like, I've got my hands on something amazing. You are special to me. I want you to hear about this from me. We're the first ones to know about this. She wants to share the wealth. She's all about abundant thinking. And it is amazing to me how that is catching on like wildfire because people want to come and hear what they have to say because she doesn't want them to find out about it 3 months from now or a year from now and go, why didn't you call me? I sit beside you in church. I was checking out in the grocery store with you. Our kids play together. And don't think you don't have time. Guys, let me tell you how busy she is. She is the least likely person. If I had known her, I probably would have been a little bit intimidated to have spoken with her because of how busy she is. She runs her own business. Her husband is in broadcasting, leaves the house every morning at 2:30 to go to work, to read all the news so he could be on the news, first thing in the morning to keep us all informed and safe. And then she has 2 grown sons, and then they also have 4 children under the age of 5. So good Lord have mercy on all of us.
4 under what?
Yes, stair-step children.
Oh
boom, 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 boom. And they're amazing people. And she said, we're going to figure out how to squeeze this in. And so like this week at 6:30 on Tuesday night and on Thursday night, her time, we're going to be talking to people, sharing this business, answering their questions, getting them started. And there are people in the room like her brother that have already lost 12 pounds, a full pant size, more energy than he's ever had in his adult life. He's ready to quit his second job at Home Depot. His name is Derek, and he rocks. And he was the least likely person we thought would ever get excited about this. And the list goes on and on and on. It's just when you start it and you ignite it, you just keep on moving. And I'm not saying that this is easy, but I will tell you this business isn't hard. It's as hard as you make it. It doesn't have to be hard.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I love it. And so do you want to run through this real quick? I mean, do you want to say like, hey, if you were there and, some people are even stuck where, oh, I don't have a Skype account. Well, get one. I mean, come on, grandma.
They're free.
Teenagers get Skype accounts. They're free. Don't sign up for all the other stuff. I mean, anybody can get a Skype account, and, it works all the time. I was Skyping overlooking Santa Monica Pier today with someone from the UK. I was like, hey, I know you've seen this in the movies, but we're here right now. And they're like, oh my gosh. It's like, I can't wait for you to join me here in Santa Monica sometime. And they're like, man, I was like, so get busy and start inviting people. It's like, let's go. And so It's just you got to paint that picture, and it's really the vision of where you're going, right? You don't need to make crazy dream boards and all of these different things. What you need to do is paint a vision of where you're going to be in your business and what's going to happen. Like, we're taking over San Diego, and hey, you know what? I would love to have you join us, but if you're not going to, no worries. We're going to find someone that will. I mean, that's kind of like your attitude has to be like that. We want everyone to work with us, but this is going to happen one way or the other, and we're going to do it, and we're doing it. So it's the same philosophy there, and it's really cool. And this is a sad story. I mean, I know people that are in my organization that have been in my organization for a while, and I was just talking to somebody else who's been, as part of, your group, Woodson, and they're like, yeah, I was talking to a prospect, and they know you, Steve. They said they were under somebody so-and-so. I go, yeah, I know that person, and that person never talked to these people. I was like, well, it's too bad for them, That's too bad. I mean, you know what I mean? So, like, people are going to find out about this, so you might as well talk to them about it. And but I'll show you some ways where you're not going, I just got involved, or I just started this new business. Because you say stuff like that, you get too much resistance. Okay, so we'll show you some ways to do that. So let's kick through this. Listen, I'm going to be the driver. Let's say you're sitting down and like the person's there. What do you say to the people? Hello. Is that a loser?
Oh, sorry. No. I muted myself and I forgot to unmute myself. First of all, when you're sitting down with someone and let's say you're utilizing Slenderize, or that's what you're excited about, that's the easiest thing in the world to lead with. So in doing that, you can just say, look, I feel amazing. You know me. Or if you're talking to your friend, we've tried everything in the world to try to lose weight, feel good, get our energy up, whatever. I'm going to walk you through this because it's the most amazing thing ever, okay? You're like, okay, let me see it. So you just start with ARIIX and then just go ahead and start clicking over to the right.
Okay. I'll go all the way go all the way, or right here.
Yeah, just go right here. We'll just kind of click through these and then just say, look, I know if you know them, say that you know them. If you don't know them, then just say what makes our company so amazing is we're not owned by one person, one family. All of these people have different last names. They all have Super Bowl rings for what they do specific to their expertise in this company. I cannot tell you how important that was to me when I was looking at the leadership in business. Some people aren't driven by that. They don't need to know everything. Other people are. So when I say that, if people want to know more, then I go, okay, let's just, let's listen to this. If they don't want to know more, we just keep on moving to the right. You can move to the right. You give them what they need, not what you want them to hear. And there's a big difference between the two.
Yep.
Okay. This, and I don't care who you are, if you're new to network marketing, you need to understand this is the holy grail of what makes our company so great, and it is our Bill of Rights. If you have been in network marketing, then you know good and well why this is so dang important, okay? I really talk about that. I don't get lost in it. I don't go on and on about it for 10 minutes, but I say they'll never switch gears in the middle of the stream. Our compensation will always be protected. Our team will always be protected. Our right to do business will always be protected. And you know what's really great? Everybody that you share this with, their business is going to be protected too. Because that was really important to me as a business owner to know that anyone I shared this with was going to have the equal opportunity that I did. So I thought that was really, really great. Okay. And anything you want to add, Steve?
No, I'm not going to mess this up. Are you kidding?
Okay. Who is ARIIX? Okay, I go, the most wonderful thing is that not many people know who we are, but they're going to. And the reason why, look at all these awards. We're a big, big deal. So I love pointing out that Deanna Latson won the Stevie Awards, most outstanding female executive in the world for 2013. Our CEO, Dr. Cooper, top 10 CEO in 2012, setting the industry record our first year in sales. So all that good stuff. So then go ahead and click on to the right. And if anybody wants
to know,
I
love that thing. I love what you said there. You said the first line, the opening line, right? That gets people's attention, right? And those are the things that you can do on these slides, is get someone's attention. You say, you basically said no one, you said that again, I don't know if you can repeat that one, but you said basically no one's even heard about us, but we're a big deal, but no one's even heard about us yet. Something
Yeah.
like that, didn't you say that? Yeah.
I go, no one has heard about us, and we are a big deal in business. Look at this. This doesn't happen for slouches. We are coming.
And you didn't say we're a big deal in network marketing. You said we're a big deal in business.
We are a big deal in business. If you don't think that we aren't a big deal in health and wellness around the world, a big deal in business, I mean making a mark in a big way, bringing revenue in at the amount we are to be so small, guys, that's big. So don't limit your vision to just like what you said, big in network marketing. Yeah, we're going to be huge in network marketing. We already are. We've broken every record in the book. But I want people to know we're a big deal in business. Look at these awards. This is who we are. And they're like, oh, my gosh. Now nobody is quantifying in their mind, well, who are these people? What is this about? Whatever. I mean, this is third-party awards, endorsements, however you want to look at it. Okay, go on to the next one.
Yeah, incredible. Just look at the map. I mean, China,
awesome.
Russia, Australia. If this was risk, we'd be taking over the world. So anyways, all right. Okay, sorry, that's an old school game. All right.
I go, what I love the most about what we do is we're not a one-trick pony. ARIIX is the parent company, and it is like an umbrella over all these divisions. You know I'm excited about Slenderize. You asked me how I lost weight. You asked me why I have so much energy, blah, 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 blah. However you got them there, okay? And I said, we're going to talk about Slenderize, but then we've got Nutrify. We're going to talk about that. Revive, a personal care line that is so healthy for you with no chemicals, parabens, or anything like that. You could actually drink the shampoo if you were stranded on a desert island. Well, everybody laughs at that. So I'm like, wow, Revive is awesome. And Purity. For one thing for me, I go, you can call it water filtration, but I think that really is an insult to what Purity does. It delivers pure water. It is the only portable water system in the world that purifies water and takes everything out of it, no matter where you are, what you're doing, and I'm so proud to be a part of that. And they're like, oh my gosh. And I go, we're not limited to those. There's a lot more coming, but this is going to take all day. So let me go ahead and get through this. And it's really, really cute because they're sitting on the edge of their seat, and there's nothing I've said that isn't true or isn't in their best interest. I go, when we get into the science behind what we do, people a whole lot smarter than me are the ones saying this is a really great thing, and I love that. And I talk about the Wellness Council, and it just so happens I personally know quite a few people on the Wellness Council. But even if you don't, get to know a little bit about who these people are, so that if someone does ask a question, then you can say, oh my goodness, here's a chiropractor, Dr. Ginger, she's amazing, and you can read her bio or whatever the case may be. So I love talking about the Wellness Council because that also raises people's confidence. Okay, keep on going.
All right.
Now, this is the other one that's funny. I go, I know you're asking me about the drops. You're asking me about this bottle. You came over to our house and, we had a Pure Nourish shake or whatever. I go, trust me, we're not, and I say this, and to some people this might be insulting. Steve, you might fuss at me for saying this. I go, we're not cooking this stuff in a wash tub in our backyard. This is a big deal, okay? And they always laugh. I go, look at those certifications. In my opinion and to my knowledge, I don't know of anyone else that has all of those certifications. See, I didn't say that no one else did, but to my knowledge, no one else does. But that is just incredible. So the over-the-counter certification, the FDA-approved manufacturing facility, the banned substance control group, guys, the Olympics are going on right now. And doping and the whole Lance Armstrong debacle and the Major League Baseball steroid use. I go, I didn't even know the banned substance control group existed prior to ARIIX. And what we love so much about what we do is everything is so clean. There is no danger of any trace elements that make you feel good being quantified as a performance enhancer that would be a drug, because everything we do is all natural. So when I say that Olympians could use this, professional athletes could use this, but you know what that means to me? It means my kids can drink Pure Nourish. It means my family, I have no qualms about them ingesting anything we do, much less myself. So to me, that's a big, big deal that people really need to talk about. And while the Olympics are going on, people are really tuned into that.
Cool.
And anything you want to say, just.
Nope. I'm good.
Okay. Nutrify, our nutrition. Now, if I have talked to them prior to this about Slenderize and maybe sent them to the Slenderize website, and they saw some people in the community, or I showed them me and Chris Doyle's video or something along those lines, I go, let me tell you about Nutrify, because I thought a vitamin was a vitamin. I really did. And I think a lot of people do. So this is where I start scrolling down, if you want to scroll down. I don't spend all day on these. But I go, our optimals, our vitamins and minerals, I had no idea the reason why I was a carbaholic was because I was so out of whack with my vitamins and minerals. This helped curb my cravings. And there's a video right here. It's after we talk. If you want to go watch it, it's like a little infomercial. Then I go down again. I don't get lost in 10 minutes talking about each one of these. You can't do that. Vinali. Vinali is incredible. It's anti-aging effects right now in China. And I say this tongue-in-cheek, but I learned this on the cruise. They are selling that as a facelift in a bottle. Those women are using Vinali and the collagen in their skin, all these wonderful things. Well, you say that to a woman, but I'm telling the truth. For me, I like Vinali because of my allergy issues. So I go, we can go back and revisit all of that. But the grape seed in this is so concentrated, it's amazing. You're going to flip when you see where all of our ingredients come from. Okay, down. Rejuvenex. Okay. If I know their husband is drinking Red Bulls all day, like mine was, or people that have that slump in the afternoon, I tell them I could make a whole business just off Rejuvenex, forget everything else. And we really start talking about that. And what's really cool is you can read more, you can expand those different things on each one of these screens. I talk about the Rejuvenex and I go, but I like pairing the Rejuvenex with the weight loss because it was like pouring gas on a fire. And they're like, really, really? And I go, yeah, it's a clinical trial. So then we go down. Okay, omega Qs. I love talking about omega Qs now because I did not understand that omega Qs help your body release visceral fat like an ATM machine releases cash. And Dr. Mike told me this because I was like, I'm not a scientific person. And I didn't want to say anything out of turn, but he said the omega Q, what makes ours so unique is that when your body is processing and doing what it is, that your fat is like cash in an ATM machine. You've got to put cash in an ATM machine for you to get cash out. Well, for your body to release blubbery fat, you've got to replace it with healthy, lean, wonderful fat. And that's what the omega Q does. You deposit that in, so the big yellow chicken fat goes out. And I thought, that makes sense to me. And I love the fact that we won an award last year from Consumer Lab. It's on consumerlab.com as the purest, most wonderful omega Q blend that was out there on the market. And that's another third-party endorsement. Okay, go down another one.
There you go, BioPro.
BioPro Q. Oh my gosh, you guys. Our BioPro Q, this is another one that I had to learn about. I did not know that the ubiquinol in our BioPro Q is so potent, 8 times more absorbable than others that are out there, but cognitive retention, that is brain food is what that means. That is pure brain nourishment. So anybody, I tell them, you have got to look into BioPro Q, okay? So then we go on down.
And this one here, anyone with heart issues and things, this is great for heart support. Huge.
Fantastic.
I mean, Deanna was in there yesterday, and she said it before. I've seen her. She was there yesterday. Said, if I had to take one product from ARIIX, this is it.
Oh my God!
If I go only take one product from ARIIX, that's your product officer who makes everything. I'm like, but Deanna, blah, blah, blah. She said, if I only could take one product, I could only afford one product, I would take this.
That's unbelievable.
And then I couldn't tell you everything else she said about it because we'll be in jail. But it's just like what it does for people is amazing with heart issues. What it does for people with, that have cancer and how it makes them feel healthier. Nowhere am I telling you that it cures cancer. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, people have some great results and feel great with this product. and maybe you should watch the video. Anyway, all right.
I take it every day. And see, guys, this is why you've got to watch these videos yourself so you can talk about them, but you don't have to show the video when you show it. But then if you hit those bullet points, if someone wants to know more, you just became the library card, and now they're going to go back to the library and find it out for themselves. RestoreX, I'm telling y'all right now, you need to know what this does. You need to know what it does for your own health, and you need to know what it does for the person you're talking to, because there's no one in the world that cannot benefit from this. When I found out why the zeolite we use is so much better, because ours is from Austria, and it's actually patented, but we could get it from Arizona or Utah. But the surface crystal area of the zeolite is nowhere near as big. The surface area isn't as great as what we get where our source comes from. And what that means is, if you've ever played with magnets, that when that goes through your body with a negative charge, super healthy, you've got 75 trillion cells in your body, and this travels to all of them. And it binds with anything with a positive charge, which is a free radical, a toxin. It can be environmental. It can be some food additive. I mean, I just found out the stuff in Subway was in yoga mats and in plastics. I mean, and we're eating that, you know, saying that it's healthy and to eat fresh. Give me a break. So everybody needs RestoreX in their life. I'm emblazoned about this product right now. Okay, go on down.
And how you take this is you get up in the morning, brush your teeth first thing, even if you're not used to doing that. Get the toxins out of your mouth. If you have bad breath in the mouth, it's just a little tip for you. You don't have to explain this to people. Well, you could explain it to them. Say, hey, when you wake up and you've got that, like, you know, nasty taste in your mouth or whatever, that is the body's final detox for the night. And so you want to scrape that stuff out of your mouth right away. Sounds gross. I know. I get it. And then what I do is I go down, I take a scoop of RestoreX and get a big glass. You can either make a short one and like drink it and then have a bigger glass of water with lemon. I just drink the RestoreX and do that first thing in the morning, so that'll help push out the toxins. If you're taking pharmaceuticals and things, then wait a couple hours before you take pharmaceuticals, because this thing will take out anything that's foreign. It won't bind, like the nutritional stuff is positive ions. It won't draw out, like, it's not going to neutralize your vitamin. Okay?
No, not at all. Yeah.
Foreign things like pharmaceuticals and that kind of stuff, it can actually have an effect on those. So just be aware of that. So, but this is the most amazing. I think this is like, I don't even know where to start. I think they're all great. So
they're all incredible.
And it's just so much different. But anyways, so that's just a little tip for you guys. But we'll keep going.
Yep. But as you start building your business, I challenge you to start being a product of all the products. There is not one thing that we offer that I do not have in my cabinet, have in my body on a daily basis, and use. I'm serious as I can be when I say that. I really mean it. But it didn't start out that way. But I got that way as fast as I could, because you can't fake feeling good. Okay, Magna-Cal D, I go bananas on this. I just say, look, this is a calcium magnesium supplement. It is a combination, but the D3 and the K2 are what makes it so amazing. It does not plaque your arteries, and it does not irritate your stomach. Because anybody that has abused as many diet plans as I have, you know that if you take magnesium and it's in that certain formulation, it is like, I mean, nothing will be held in your intestines for any amount of time, and it's very dangerous to do, and it's horrible, and there are a lot of women that abuse laxatives and things like that. So when I tell them this is the healthy one that's so great for you, especially if I'm talking about weight loss, but all I know is when I went and learned about this from Dr. Strand, I called my parents immediately and said, you have to get this. You have to have, for your bones, your heart, and cellular nutrition, you've got to get this Magna-Cal D, and I'm sending it to you. So watch that video. It's incredible. I can't replicate it.
And just remember, there's a quick word track that you can use. And you could have been in the company for 2 years or 3 years, and you can say, I just found out. Like, just as you heard this right now, I just found out that the calcium you're using may actually be harming you, and I thought you may want to see this. I just found out, and so they're going to be like, well, you just found out. I just found out this, and you may want to see it. Because most companies are using the bowel flushing, like, like what's it saying. They use a bowel flushing magnesium. I mean, these are little details, and you don't have to get caught up in them. However, when you know your products to a degree, like one of the communication qualities is know what you're talking about. You don't have to know every single thing, but when you can know that we're using calcium citrate and malate, that distinction right there at K2, those distinctions blow all the other calcium products out of the market. People can say they already take a calcium. You can say, oh, you're doing citrate, not so good. It pushes the calcium into your arteries. Ooh, that's not good, is it? Did you know that? Yeah, I just found out about that, and we actually, because of that, we came out with a product to counter that. So when would you like to get it? You know what I mean? Like, let's go. I mean, so anyways, those are some things that when people say, oh, we have nutrition, like I don't care. I'll name the companies. I don't even care. You can name them. I'm not, whatever. I don't even want to name them, but you know who they are. Typical network marketing nutrition companies. All of them. They all have this stuff. They all have the other things. They're not doing the things that we're doing. How you can quickly look, also, if you're looking at vitamin and minerals, if someone's trying to say that they have a multivitamin and blah, 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 just go to their formulation, look at their little ingredient panel, and see that they have calcium, they have vitamin C from ascorbic acid. That's cheap raw materials. Companies use a lot of cheap raw materials to get around corners, and they don't need to be doing that. Yet they'll call themselves a health company, right? They're selling them short. So anyways, we don't mean to spend all this. You don't have to spend all this time on these things. However, knowing this information, you should know it. And gosh, where could you learn this from? I don't know. You could probably push play right here, and there you go. Okay, so we'll keep going.
Yeah, we'll just keep going, and then so if you're getting the idea, when I get to MOA, I always let MOA sell itself, because I have not been able to communicate what is in that 4-minute or 2.5-minute video. Every day, and it makes every time I take it, it makes the hair on my arms stand straight up. It's hilarious, but it really.
I know what you're talking about. It does me too.
I'm just like, whoa! I feel like
I don't read the label either. I drank a whole bottle in like a day, so I was like, whatever.
You are so funny. But here's what I tell people. I go, we could not put 34 superfoods, a blend of mushrooms, and a clinical dose of chia seed in a bottle and give you a cup of it and make it taste like Yoo-hoo. It's not going to happen. Well, then everybody likes it. But now I've taken that out of their head. This isn't Cran-Apple Smash of whatever. I mean, no, this is nutrition, but I like the way it tastes. But then we play the video because I want them to see that our ingredients come from around the world, uncompromised. And MOA, I am a flag-carrying freak for MOA right now. I really believe this is going to really save people's health as just a catalyst with everything else. I go bananas.
And really the philosophy behind this, I heard Deanna talk about it yesterday. So I could kind of paint the picture of what she said. But because here's the thing, and here's how you undermine the competition without dogging out a certain company and saying, your company sucks. I mean, no one's going to like that. You don't need to do that. Right? But how you can undermine the competition without how you can differentiate this really quickly is, you could say, and you don't always have to do this, but sometimes people have seen different juices, and, there's whole network marketing companies that were based on a certain juice, et cetera, et cetera. And they said, and you can just say that, all the juice products out there, again, this isn't a juice, but, this a lot of times people they'll find one or two ingredients, someone stepped on some kind of a berry out in the middle of the Haitian, forest or something, and some island and some jungle story, and they have some story where they got this great elixir, and it's usually around one super fruit or something like that. And those products are they're really all freeze-dried presses, and so they're powders. They're not purees. They're not the actual fruit. And companies that start off with the fruit usually go to powders. just because it's cheaper and it's harder to do. And most companies can't do purees. Most manufacturers, like we had to go through a whole bunch of manufacturers because no one was able to do it. So, and guess what? Who makes all those other manufacturers? They make all the other products for the different network marketing companies and quote unquote juice companies out there. All right, companies that have built their business with a primary juice type of a liquid. And so when we made this, when Deanna was making this, she wanted to do something different. She wanted to go around the world and get the best things from Mexico, get the best things from what do they do in the Middle East for health remedies, what do they do in India, what do they do in China, what do they do in Japan, what do they do in the U.S. So they went to all these different places, and they grabbed all these different superfruits and superfoods, right? Like in these different mushrooms and things, and some of these they're very expensive raw materials. And for I think it's only like $35 for this. So you do 2 shots a day, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. It's a great thing. So that was the idea behind it, is to take all of these different, products like the black seed, which you can feel it when you start drinking it right away. It's taking effect. So that was the idea behind Moa. If you watch that video, it kind of shows it. That was the philosophy behind it. And, it's amazing what this product does. So, anyways, in other words, most people around the world that lived, like the centurions and people that live over 100 years around the world, they eat a lot of different spices. They eat a lot of different, and I say a lot, the average American eats about 20 different types of foods and spices, on a regular basis. These people are 75 to 100 on a regular basis, much different than what Americans do. And so this one exposes you to a bunch of different things that we just wouldn't get really in the U.S. And so that's awesome. You're not going to get that anywhere else, right? You wouldn't even know to get a black seed. You'd be like, what do I do with that? So right? So you just talk simple with this, but let the video play. And so you can't find anything like that. I said, once again, this represents the Nutrify line, where our products stand out from the crowd in one unique way or another. No one else has a product like this anywhere in the world, and we do. And you can only get it through us. And the more people that order, the more money you make, the more customers you have, and the more ability you have to make that extra $2,000 a month that you were looking to make, John. So that's how you can tie it in, right?
Perfect.
So, to whatever they're looking for. So let's keep moving. And again, you don't have to spend all this time on these things.
No, not at all. I'm just going through. Yeah, we're
just giving you some talking points and some things, and what you have your hands on here. I think Moa could be its own network marketing business, personally. So
it totally could. It totally could. So now let's start heading over to the right.
Yep.
The other one I'm going to spend time on is Slenderize. And the reason why is I want people to know that pretty much everything they just saw in Nutrify acts as a catalyst and works within a system to maximize the results in Slenderize. Because the Slenderize clinical trial, it's just like what I say. Do you want to lose your weight fast or slow? Fast. I've never had anybody say slow. Okay, they always go fast. I go, well, then you're going to need to take the Optimals. You're going to need to double up on the Omega Qs. You're going to need to take the Rejuvenex, and you're going to love our meal replacement, Pure Nourish. But I've also, I say, but there are other things I include in my regimen, and just total health, overall energy, I know that aided in my fat loss. But I wanted to follow a proven clinical trial pack. And they're like, okay, so you've gotten their minds ready for what they need to do. I think the only reason why people get all twisted up is when expectations aren't met. So you're setting the standard that this is, we're a big, big deal, but depending on what they want to do for their health, it's going to be a system of things that get them where they want to be. So for the sake of time, Slenderize, guys, get to know what this product does, because you might think someone doesn't need to lose weight, and that's fine. They know people that do. And a lot of times, the people you don't think need to lose weight at all are the ones dying to get just another 7 pounds off, or whatever the case may be. And then there are others that just don't even know where to start. Everything crept up on them so fast, they don't even know where to begin. And it's fantastic. So there you go, drop to drop. Here's what it does. Boom, 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 under the tongue. Know how it works. So you can keep going.
Okay. So I think you're kind of, I don't know, your phone is.
Oh, is it? I'm sorry.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Okay. Was I cut in and out? Sorry.
Yeah, I was just going in and out a little bit.
Oh, sorry about that. I wasn't moving around. Okay, I'll get more fixed
There you
over in
go.
the corner. Is
So
it
this
doing?
next slide, you just do this. Yeah, you're great, right there. So
Yeah.
we're on this under accelerate. Just move down.
Yeah, just move down and I just do
Do you say
talking
anything
points.
about this? Do you say like, hey, you just put these drops under your tongue 3 times a day?
Absolutely.
It takes about 5 seconds to do. You know.
I do. I go, there's no food to mix up. You're not ordering anything prepackaged coming in. There's no hormones in this system, and I really make a big deal out of that. But I do. I just say you put them under your tongue 10 minutes before your 3 big meals. Yeah, I mean, it is the first plan that I've been able to follow.
Boom. There you go.
Hmm. Yeah, super easy. And then the Pure Nourish, the meal replacement, I love the fact that they did the Ghostbusters, no GMOs, gluten free, all that, because it really packs a wallop of how revolutionary this particular product is. I've never seen another meal replacement or shake that is this healthy and has gotten rid of all the bad stuff. Everybody else has compromised somewhere.
Yeah, you can tell the quality of a network marketing company's nutrition just by looking at their shake and seeing how horrible it is, and all the different things that they put in it. And really, any shake out there, any of the ones you see in the stores, any of the ones that they don't. They use cheap raw materials and they don't go the extra mile, and we do. I love it.
Totally. All right, let's hop over here and let's talk about business.
Okay, so we're gonna go. You don't go down. Do you show pictures or no?
Oh, I do. Oh, yeah. I always show them these pictures, and I let them, if I'm really talking to them about Slenderize, I let them see Lisa's story. And I let them see Lisa's story for two reasons. First of all, the fact that a paraplegic could release 130 pounds with no aerobic activity, I wouldn't believe it unless I saw it. And I know her. But that story packs a wallop. Secondly, it prepares them for the journey they could take to live their dreams with the ARIIX business. So it really sets the stage because it's all true. Okay, so we can hop on over. And we won't get into, and purity, for the sake of time, we'll do another training on purity because the more I learn about purity, the more I freak out. But it is so amazing. There will be people that create empires just on the purity brand alone.
Let me tell you something. We have a person on the team. I mean, Dell.
Talk about it.
His guy Dan. We're not open in the Philippines, but they're ordering 200 water bottles and sending them over to the Philippines. Not to build the Philippine business. We're not over there. They're going to handle the shipping. They're going to get them over there because people need these things, and they know they're going to go like hotcakes just because they're ordering 200. I mean, that's like $16,000 order. Okay.
That's amazing.
Network marketing companies don't have this. Okay, I just hope you know. The Navy SEALs use our product. A platoon of the Navy SEALs, SEAL Team 5, use the ARIIX. The Purity water bottle. They didn't join network marketing. I mean, what are you talking about? So, like, they didn't join a business. They were using the product, and they say it's the best thing that it's right here. It's a quote. I mean, we have a quote on it somewhere, right here.
Awesome. Keep going.
Yeah.
Anyway, there it is.
I'll let you go over.
No. There it is right there. Okay. Then I go,
that's it.
Let's talk about ARIIX as a whole. Okay. And then I just let them know that there are other brands, there are other things coming, but now they know that we're more than just the drops, or we're more than just a pill bottle. We're more than just, is that juice thing that you said wasn't a juice, but, it's going to make the hair on my arm stand up? I mean, that isn't all that we are. We encompass so much more than that. So, okay, keep clicking over because this is my favorite thing to talk about. Our industry experts, guys, if you're talking to someone who has been in network marketing, they know who Tim Sales is, period. If they've never been in network marketing, they're going to find out who Tim Sales is. Robert Allen is also a very, very, very well-known, super, super guy, best-selling author. He's wonderful. But for me, I knew Tim Sales' integrity, and I thought, why did the most successful network marketer of all time come out of retirement to become a rep in a company? So that just had me all frazzled from the first 3 seconds, wanting to know, okay, show me. Okay. So move on. And I don't really, as far as network marketing goes, if someone wants to know about this, I'll walk them through the checklist. But for me, I don't ever defend network marketing. Network marketing has created more self-made millionaires than any other industry in the last century in North America. 82% of all female millionaires, self-made women, 82% came from direct sales and network marketing. So I don't ever get sheepish about talking about it. It's a wonderful industry that is vastly misunderstood. But when I don't get defensive about it, people tend not to get all icky about it. So I just keep on going past it.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun. Our Activate compensation plan. So here we go. I go, to my knowledge, there is no other compensation plan in the world that would have patents pending on how they pay people. I've never heard of that. Have you, Steve?
No, it's not even, no way.
No way, no how. And I go, I just want you to look here. We get paid unlimited on our width and on our depth. And before we go any further, and this is what I say, you can ask. I didn't realize Christy is listening to this webinar right now. She's probably going to start laughing. I go, before we go any further, this is not a people mill. We're not shaking people down to get them to join. Nobody is involved in anything, which we'll talk with our invitations in a minute. But I go, we get paid purely on volume. So let me just ease your mind. If you want to be a customer and get it at the best possible price, you will be a business owner with us if you want a wholesale account. You have no obligation to build a business. However, if you think people are going to notice a change in your energy, a change in your waistline, a change in your health, or a change in your financial ability to spend more time doing what you love, then you're going to do very, very well here, because what we offer is a permanent referral fee based on the volume of how many of our products get out to the end consumer. That's what we get paid on, not how many people come into the business. Do you know most people's trepidation about network marketing is about signing people up? They get all excited about what they can be a part of, and then the thought of them, and so that's okay. So I take that sting out of the bee, because I want them to hear what they're about to see and what we're about to share with them, and then let them make up their own mind what their appetite is for who they want to share it with and how fast. And typically, we take the anxiety right out of that equation.
Okay, good. Well, hopefully you guys are going to go back and study this, because I recorded it. All right.
All right.
You go to the right? You go to the right?
Yeah, flip on it. Go to the right. I wish Beyonce made a song, to the right, to the right. Okay, because I never can do that. Okay, getting started with us is as easy as 1, 2, 3. We have a simple, here it says enrollment application. When I see this, I go, we have a simple information sheet, just basic information. You're going to get a training system with any business package, and we're going to activate your income position with one of our starter packs. I want to walk you through how we get paid, and then we'll talk about starter packs. So I skip past the starter packs here, not to glaze over anything, but I want to show them how it works so we can back into what starter pack they want to use. So we're going to keep on going to the right.
You go past the activating, so because you already said that, right?
Yep, I go because our starter member pack has 150 points. Any of our starter packs include the 2X membership. So keep on going. And tell me if you agree or disagree with any of these things, Steve. Okay, we're going to go to the right.
So basically, you're not spending much time on 2X membership.
No, because it's included in all of our starter packs, because it doubles your bonuses. Or would you like for me to not tell you about our starter pack? Here's what I tell them. Or would you like for me not to tell you about our starter packs, and then all your bonuses would be cut in half? You wouldn't like me. You probably wouldn't like the business. And why in the world would we even be having this conversation? So they laugh, and we keep on moving to the right. Okay, ARIIX enrollment options. I go, I'm going to come back to this at the end. You're going to see this exact same grid. So for the sake of time, we're going to click to the right. Here we go. Boom. Okay. I go, This might look familiar. Has anyone ever shown you network marketing? And they're like, oh, yeah, that looks familiar. I go, just give me 90 seconds. We're going to use people as an example because people gives you a better visual of how this could possibly build out. But you are there at the top, and any of the volume that comes into your business, depending on how you come into the business, you're going to have what we call pay lines. How many pay lines would you like to have? Well, even someone who doesn't even know what we're talking about says, as many as I can. I go, exactly. You already are getting this from the get-go. I go, as volume comes into your business through someone that wants to spend more time with their kids, do the same thing that you are, or whatever the case may be, anyone you share this with that embraces it, as it builds, one line invariably will take off a little bit quicker than another one. For this example, that's going to be called your power line. The other ones are going to be called your pay line. And I want you to envision 8 Christmas presents underneath the tree or sitting on this desk. We're just unwrapping one present right now, one box. And that one box is that you're going to get a 15% base commission on the volume that comes out of any of your lines, not on your power line. And that can change. And they go, okay. And I go, I don't expect you to turn cartwheels over this. But that's one Christmas. We got 8 sitting here. We just unwrapped one of them. Okay.
And when you mean 8 Christmas presents, you're talking about the ways we get paid, basically.
I totally am.
Yeah.
You've got 8 presents of how we're going to be compensated. We just unwrapped one of them. Because I don't want them to see this and go, I'm not excited. Or see this and, oh my gosh, this, that, and the other. I want them to be mentally prepared that this is going to build. This is the one slide. If they have network marketing experience, I scroll down. If they know someone that's had network marketing experience, I scroll down. If they've never
Let's just pretend they know someone that did. Let's just do it.
Okay.
Or do you want to stay on here? Do you have anything more to say on this?
No. That's good. We'll go down. They know someone who did network marketing. So let's go down. Typically, someone they know is someone in their family or someone close to, and it's usually a train wreck story. It's a bad story. And it is. My mom's experience in network marketing soured me on the whole industry. That's why I didn't want to see it, didn't want to hear about it, because she had someone on her team who was doing very well. She had 4 or 5 ladies. They were rocking. And this one particular person's husband didn't like her going out on Tuesday nights to, their leadership meeting, and asked her to stop doing it. And when Barbara called my mom and said she couldn't do it anymore, my mom went backwards all the way back through the pay plan. And then another lady that she invested her whole life into got up to her rank, and my mom lost all the credit for that team. She didn't get paid on it anymore. Nothing. And I said, this is the most screwed up industry that has ever been, because that's what typical companies do. If someone has heard of it, knows someone who has, or they've done network marketing, this is where you can knock a home run if you can wrap their minds around it. I go, bear with me. Everything we do is based on volume. We've got 6 little faces here, but on the one line on the left, you could achieve that 13,000 volume points with 300 people or 3 people, depending on how much volume of our products we're getting out into the marketplace. And their head starts going up and down because they understand that. I go, when you do that on 2 lines, we call it optimizing, not maximizing. We call it optimizing. And the reason why it's called optimizing is because it gets a whole lot better. Your base pay now, the 15% you're entitled to, is at $2,000 for the week. But the Christmas present you get from the company is an additional pay line, which you already agreed was a good thing. And now Christy, number 1, or we'll say John, since it's a guy up at the top, John, number 1, now gets to say, I get to have a second income position. Well, I'd like to place that within the team that really helped me get where I am right now. So now John, number 2, comes and builds a fire in the basement through the volume and the people that helped him get there. And now you could do it again. And then we hope Sally, underneath the number 4 up there, we're going to get her optimized too, because she was a big part of this chain reaction. And when she optimizes, where is she going to go? somewhere on your team. Is that something that you would get excited about? Well, who in the world wouldn't get excited about that? I've never seen that before in my life. I lost my mind. I said, no one ever breaks away from you. Everything we do revolves around volume. And when people understand that, if they've been in network marketing before or know someone closely who has, their confidence level goes to the moon when you say that. So I go, how's that for, the first little Christmas present box we just opened? They're like, we're loving that. Okay, so now let's go over to the right.
Okay, well, let me see what's, okay, yeah, we don't need to worry about that.
Okay.
There we go.
Auto balancing. This is the other thing that I really, really focus on. I go, okay, we're going to get the second little Christmas present out. We're going to unwrap it. It's the auto balance bucket. Anything you order for yourself, anything that you got through your starter kit, any customers that you have, and I use my mom as an example. My mom is one of my greatest customers. She orders so much stuff through me. That goes into my auto bucket. No matter how big it is, how often it is, whatever the case may be. Now, instead of me worrying about, who could I help make more money? Where could I place this to balance out? I'm not really a math numbers person. My auto bucket automatically fills in the Swiss cheese holes in my business to maximize my paycheck. People like that. I go, but now we're going to talk about how you come into the business. Because if you come in with one of our member packs, our lower pack, you're going to have 2 of those pay lines. But let me scroll down and show you the advantage of considering our elite pack. So now scroll down. Boom. Christy Oakey figured this out faster than me. This is why she is so phenomenal at this business. And it's not about her generating volume for herself. She has the best positioned new team I have seen since my year in the business, and here is why. She says, I want you to maximize your volume, and I want you to maximize your paycheck. If you had come in the business and got the same volume in your auto bucket, but came into the business with an elite pack versus a member pack, neither one is wrong. I'm just showing you the advantages. That same volume would pay you 50% more money just on this one little box, this one little Christmas present in our compensation plan that could be quite huge. And people automatically start seeing the value in positioning themselves to be a leader in the business.
And these are all, these are all your customers. Imagine if you had a customer order of, 200 purity water bottles.
I know, I'm losing my mind over that.
That's 200 times 47 points. Spread that across your 3 lines, or 4 even, whatever, 4 lines.
It's incredible. It is absolutely incredible. So right here, it's not you upselling anyone. That's not what we do. That's not what this is about. Guys, we get paid on volume. Your new teammate gets paid on volume. We want them to be positioned with as much volume as possible to give them the most maximized results in our compensation plan. And the proof's in the pudding right there. I mean, it really, really is. It gives them something to strive for, and it gets their mindset right. Okay, let's go over to the right. And Steve, do you like this? Do you agree, disagree? It sells itself. It sells itself. Okay.
But see, here's what it does. It doesn't sell itself because you're helping explain some. And it's your presentation that's helping it. It was my presentation that helps it. And it's everybody that's on this webinar's input that is going to help make it human and not just make it where I send you to your house to watch this by yourself. You'd be like, activate bonuses, the additional ways to earn even more income. What's on TV? You know what I mean? So you never know. I'm not saying that this is a boring slide. I'm just saying you leave a lot out there. You're not going to get as a good effect if you're not having someone help present this information.
Mm-hmm.
So,
exactly.
you can still be effective. There's an audio there, but what I'm saying is, let's help it along, all right? So.
Yeah, help it along. And the best way to help it along is to know it and to be absolutely nose deep in it. Really, okay? All right, so the activate bonuses get me so excited. And here's what's a lot of fun, because this are the ancillary parts of our pay plan that really make it incredible. Okay, so let's scroll down. ASAP bonuses, the accelerated sales and profit bonuses. I go, let's just say that you come in with the elite pack, okay? And I reference that, not because I'm trying to shake them down for, $1,250. It's because if someone wants to be positioned in business, that is the best value, and they're going to understand that at the end. If you come in with the elite pack and you sponsor someone else with an elite pack, on top of everything I've shown you already, you get a $200 accelerated bonus, the ASAP bonus, and that never expires. See, in other companies, that only lasts for a couple of months. Here, that's to perpetuity. If you come in the right way, you're going to be handsomely rewarded from that day forward for helping others get positioned in the business. Okay, so the business pack's a little bit smaller, so that's our ASAP bonus. So there's your third little Christmas present sitting in front of you on the table. In their minds, all of these parts of our compensation are gifts. They've earned them, but now they're like they're excited about it. Okay, there's no drudgery in the compensation plan. Our compensation plan rocks. Okay, let's go down one. The team lead bonus is where I incorporate going gold, because the team lead bonus means that you have to have 4 active representatives, meaning they have a qualified business with 150 points, 2X memberships. They have a 75-point auto delivery. Okay, they have a qualified business. So I tell people, this is the only people requirement in the business if you so choose to take advantage of it. And they go, what? And I go, it's only 4 people, not 4,000, 4. And they smile. Here we go. If you personally host 4 people who have a qualified business and a 75-point auto delivery, because you're going to have a 75-point auto delivery at a minimum for you to remain commission eligible. Well, that is perfectly understandable. Every business has overhead, but I would hope that the people in our business would want to be products of the product. And I go, that translates to about $100 a month. So if you had 4 people who were of the same mindset that you personally invited and hosted into the business, the commissions you earn would pay for your auto delivery. You can see a light bulb go off in their head when that happens. I go, would you have any problem with that? No. Well, do you think it'd be a good idea to help your 4 people, help them get their 4 people so they could have the same experience? Well, yes. I go, do you understand that that little example right there is why we have an over 90% retention rate? Guys, you need to understand that. Our statistics are insane. 9 out of 10 people, it's actually more than that, but I don't know how to say somebody's 9.25 of a person, but 9 out of 10 people stick with us over the long haul because their monthly auto ship is paid for. I think that's incredible. The commissions they've earned offsets the cost. Steve, what do you want to add on that?
No, I think you're fine. I mean, I would just say you already did it. You already said it. You get your 4. You have 4 people, and you not only if you did the ASAP, not only did you get your initial investment back, but
exactly.
You also got your products paid for monthly. You still buy them, it's $100. It's free.
And I want to give you a direct quote, and I know I'm talking about Christy a lot, but I want you to hear this loud and clear. This is something she said to me. I make sure that I achieve everything that is required as fast as I can so that my team knows it's possible. 8 weeks to go gold? What? Do it in a week. I did it in 4 days. Done. Check that off the list. And because there's no waiting around. Because if you wait around, what's your team going to do? Wait around like we're waiting for the bus or something. Guys, go out and make it happen so you can inspire other people to go make it happen too. Okay, we're going to go down. Now, the income position bonus, if they are not familiar with network marketing, I do not spend a lot of time here, but I let them see however many income positions that they have optimizing, okay? They get shares of all the business in ARIIX in all the countries where we are, whether they know anybody on the other side of the world, and that gets added to their weekly earnings. So I said, we want people doing well over there. It does matter. Because I've had some people go, well, I don't care what's going on over in Asia. That doesn't have to do with my business here. I go, oh, you're going to love what I'm about to show you. Because, yes, it does. And when I show them.
Let me just tell you, like, this is big. This is a big part of the income. I mean, it's a good part of the income, right? You know, I consistently have 2 to 3, and I'm working on actually 4 positions. I think I'll have all 4 optimized soon. And you just do 4 times. What's 4 times 2? That's 8,000 plus what? 4,600, and that's not even including matching bonus or the savings bonus, which is over just 2,000 addition for the month. So start the math on that. I mean, you know, I was an Army officer. You know, I'm going to be making more than a 4-star general makes in a month every week. Okay, so I'm not making an income claim. I'm just telling you what I have going here. My goal is 5 positions. 5 positions is going to be close to $20,000 a week.
Awesome.
And I'm more than halfway there. So I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just telling you that it's here. If you wait around, we're going to make it happen anyway. So you might as well get after it. And this kind of money is available here, and more. I think even more money is available.
Absolutely. It totally is. And then scroll down one more. Okay, once again, how many pay lines would you like to have? Pay line bonus, same difference. Pays very similar. However many pay lines, how many of them are optimized. Then you've got shares, but because you came into the business with one of our starter packs, your 2X membership is included, which means it's doubled. And look at the weekly earnings. Boom, there you go. And once again, that is tied to worldwide sales. I mean, who in the world could deny that? So there you go, payline bonus. So I'm like, how many Christmas presents do we have in front of us right now? Well, let's keep going. Then I go down one more. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and just so you know, because you're here watching, you guys are staying on the webinar, you guys are awesome, is listen, like if this person was earning, like, okay, what if this person has this situation going on here, all 3 of these lines optimized? That person's making $2,000 because the first and the second, like the power line, he's making $2,000, but also $2,460 because he gets 2 of the income position bonuses plus another $2,000. So base commission is $4,000, and then income position bonus is $460, and then the pay line bonus is $1,600. So you're talking someone right there is $2,000, $4,000, $6,000 without even any matching bonus added on there per week. With this situation right here. So there you go.
Awesome. Okay, hop it on down.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. This is awesome. Okay, the savings bonus this is one that I do spend time on, especially with a new person. Okay, with the new person, I go, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Have you ever seen a pink Cadillac? Yeah. Yeah, because everybody knows what a pink Cadillac is, okay? And I go, or do you know anybody, or have you ever heard or been to a presentation, they talk about cars, and they're like, oh my gosh, yeah. I go, well, I worked with a company, and I earned 3 cars. The most I ever was paid in a month was $700 for a car payment that my credit bought, that I was responsible for, and if we didn't meet the qualifications, we didn't get the payment. And I saw it as to where we made it happen. I saw other people, it tied an anchor around their neck, and it made me very angry at the end of that journey. So here's what we do. We offer a whole lot more. You can do whatever you want to with it, but it starts as a savings bonus. And they go, tell me more. Anytime your base commissions, okay, are over $250 in any given week, ARIIX is going to add 15% to their paycheck and put it in their ARIIX savings account. Add to it, not take out of it. Add to it. And that goes up to $500 a week in contributions from ARIIX for your savings bonus. And when your savings bonus plan reaches $10,000, it's going to be released to you, and you can do whatever you want to with it. You can buy and put a down payment on a BMW that's plum crazy purple. You can get a diamond ring. You can get a Rolex. You can put it to a college fund. You can pay your house note off for 3 months in advance. That is your money, and it is your business. But here's the coolest part. From that point forward, it is now a luxury bonus. And so that money will be added to your weekly earnings up to $2,000 per month. I'm very proud of my mom and dad. I love the fact that I come from humble beginnings. My mom was a public school teacher. My dad was a social worker that became a parole officer. $2,000 a month added to my household growing up would have been life-changing. I'm talking life-changing to the point I can't even fathom what that would have enabled our family to do. And that is just one of our bonuses here that is added to what you do for helping volume go through your business, getting these amazing cutting-edge products to the end consumer. This savings bonus and luxury bonus, in my opinion, are not talked about enough because I think it's incredible.
I was just reading a post where someone had been in a company that's very famous, and they have a car program, and they like to throw it in your face that they do. And they were just doing one quote. They had 175 people earn cars on their team, and 19 people requalified, meaning they didn't make the money again to pay for the rest. They got the car in the first 30 days. They got the car, and 175 people on their team got cars. Some people could take a little bit of money, like 300, but they give you 600 for the car, something like that. And out of 175 people, I think it was like 19 requalified to get their car payment. So
that's unbelievable.
A lot of people that are now signed up for a car that they have to pay for.
Goodness
so when you see the new shiny little MLMs that's out there, and they're popping some, some product that is, like one single product, and and the next thing you're getting a Lexus. They're not doing people a favor, all right? They're not. They're actually doing damage. They're putting people into debt, and there's a lot of people that are driving around cars they can't afford. So, because they're the ones that end up paying for it. So just realize that. That's another way to show, we don't think it's financially responsible to do a car program. We know it looks sexy, it looks cool, but you didn't win a car in 30 days. You're wanting yourself a payment that you have to make. And if your volume doesn't hold because you're new and you're just going, you're going to end up paying for that. And it's happened time and time again. So
awesome.
All right,
hop on.
Is there any more of these? Let me see here.
Yep, there's one more.
Matching bonus. Yep, big one. The best one.
And now the best one. I go, we saved the best for last. This matching bonus, and I tell them, if they're familiar with network marketing or even if they're not, I go, this is the matching bonus is why people in the industry are coming into ARIIX in a big way with big teams because of what this means. And here we go. Anyone that you personally host into the business, whether they're on your first level or someone you know and you want to place them in your team to help your team out and they're 58 levels down, you personally sponsored them. You are their host. They are your children, so to speak. You're going to get a 15% override of their base pay for life. And usually their eyeballs start popping out of their sockets. And I go, it doesn't matter if they're on a power line, a pay line, 10 pay line, whatever, okay? Matching bonus is matching bonus. But then they're going to get started. And they want to get their auto delivery paid for. They want to go gold, amongst many other things. They have hopes and dreams. So do you think they're going to talk to a handful of people? Of course. Well, whomever they talk to, wherever those people come into your business, they're going to be your grandkids, and you're going to get a 10% override of their base pay for life because they're part of the family tree. What? But do you think they might want to get their auto delivery paid for? Do you think they might want to go gold? Do you think they might want to spend more time with their family, or they might want to make extra money, or they might want to get healthy, or all of these things? Yeah. Okay, well, whomever they talk to, your great-grandkids, well, you're going to get a 5% override of everything that they do for life, and so on, and so on, and so on. 7 generations down. But do you think somebody on your first level or your second level or your fifth level just might optimize? Well, of course, yeah. Okay, when they come back into the business, it starts all over again. Are you kidding me? People cannot comprehend how big their matching bonus would be if they would just put their head down and build the business. And Steve, I know for you, you've got one of the biggest matching bonuses, not just in ARIIX, but in the industry. Do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, I think here you have to differentiate. You say, hey, this is a separate part of the compensation plan. This isn't the base commissions. This is like if somebody, I would say, like, we could even always use a story. It's better, right? So
Yeah.
a story is like, okay, let's just say like we were talking about Christy. I know she's on here, and we're going to have a recording of this. I'll put it up on a YouTube channel, and then you guys will be able to listen to it and watch it. Okay. So Christy is, so she signed up 10 people. She enrolled 10 people into the business. She enrolled 10 people and personally sponsored, like, oh, whatever. Let's just use the number 10 because it was easy to do. So she personally enrolled 10 people. Well, as those people make a check, let's say they all make $100. She gets $15 on top of all the base commissions. She gets $15 for each one of those people. So that's whatever, 10 times 15. That's $150, right? That would be the first generation. Anyone they enroll, it's the second. So you can just kind of do it like that, and I think you did fine. And what this does is it makes everyone important, because everyone's important on this. And just so you know, if you ever ran out the numbers, the 7th generation makes more than on a fully built out team, makes more than all the other generations combined. And there's people that have been in network marketing that have matching bonuses, but they all have these ones where people like fly out of it. Like they'll, oh, well, Woodson became a purple blue unicorn, and so she's no longer eligible. I no longer earn on her. So most matching bonuses in network marketing companies, you earn on you don't like to call someone a dud, but you don't earn if someone becomes a stud, you no longer earn on them in a matching bonus situation. They earn out of, they qualify out of it. So you don't earn on them. They'll have things in there that say like, well, you'll earn on everyone who's not, but once they, if anybody advances to the level of bronze, whatever that might be, like a, middle level of some company, then you no longer get that. You'll see that kind of writing. And you guys don't need to know all that, have to know that, but the fact is, this matching bonus is as good as it sounds. You get those, you go gold, you unlock those 3 generations for life. That's why it's so important for you to do that now.
It is.
So, all right.
Absolutely. And the other thing I'll tell everybody, the biggest leaders in the business, they make sure, they ensure, they move mountains to make sure their new people get paid in their first week. They want their team getting paid because that's where the rubber meets the road. Okay, this I always talk about, the cruises, the trips, the events. You've got to be plugged in. But when I tell people we just came off a 7-day, all expense paid cruise, it was a dream trip. Everything taken care of on the biggest, most luxurious ship in the world. They're like, you're kidding me. I go, no, it was all done. It was through this company, and the list goes on and on. So people like seeing that. They want to know more. Okay.
It's even better when you actually win the trips, but then you can really talk about it like you just did.
Oh, my gosh, it's incredible.
Yeah.
And I go, you don't have to know everything that I just said to you. But the reason why I know what I do is because I'm immersed in it and I got trained. And the most beautiful thing is you don't have to wait for me. You don't have to wait for Elvis to come to town, because we have a business orientation system in our back office where you're going to learn how to navigate, how to invite, who the corporate officers are, the co-founders, our philosophies, more on our compensation, and it's all right there for you, and that comes with part of your business kit. People love that peace of mind. Okay? And Steve, you can, and I love this. I said, so now the ball's in your court, and I'm very, very careful to say, look, the decision is yours, the ball's in your court. There is no wrong answer here. I just wanted to give you full disclosure on everything that was available to you. So would you rather pay retail and be my customer, or would you like to pay wholesale and let's do this? And people always say, I want the best possible price, and I'm going to do this with you. They want to know that they're part of a team. They want to know that they're not going to be an island.
That's key right there. I love that.
Yeah. Okay. And then we go down, and I said, I promise.
I told you we talk about this elite pack here in a sec, so here we go.
Exactly. And now their mind is ready that more is more valuable and more is better only because of how they could be positioned and what it means. And so then I look, here are the enrollment options. We have member packs, business packs, and elite packs. I want to scroll down and show you what's in each one of these packs because it'll make more sense than looking at this grid. Member packs, here we go. Now for me, the Slenderized member pack, in my opinion, has more value in it to someone that wants to transform themselves than the other two, but that's just my opinion. Because of the RestoreX, because of the SlenderX, and you've got the RejuvenX, and you've got the Omegas. They are going to, first of all, they're going to feel it. It's going to hit them like a bolt of lightning, and people are going to notice it in them. So that's why that's my favorite. Steve, I don't know if you have anything you'd like to add.
Perfect. That's what you want. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. So then we're going to go down. Now the business packs, okay, are the in-between packs. I call them the $10 bill of the business. It seems like everybody, when I talk to them about money, they've got ones and fives and they've got 20s, but like nobody ever has a $10 bill. I'm not poo-pooing the business packs. I love the business packs, but they're right in the middle. And here's where I'm going with that. Instead of 4 pay lines, you get 3. And they're like, oh, their eyebrows go up because that's a good thing, right? You get a lot more product and different ways to pay it back. The business pack on the top left would be like you and your family wanting a physical transformation. If you want to make money and recoup your investment, you're going to do the Slenderized business pack and get 5 RejuvenX, 5 SlenderX, and Accelerate, okay? You're going to keep 1 system for yourself, maybe 2, you know, if it's you and your husband or you and your spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. And then you can sell the remainder products as systems together for at least $200 a piece. And if you kept one for yourself, sold the other 4, you would recoup your investment because these business packs are $779. But with that, your back office is paid for 12 months, which if you get the back office pro, it's $19.95 a month. So right there is $120 of value. You also get a $200 gift certificate towards event passes or future product orders, you know, kind of broken down. So there's a lot of ancillary value there, plus you get that 3rd pay line. And now that you've walked them through the compensation, that makes way more sense to them now than it would have 10 minutes ago. They would have thought you were just Steve Schwartz, the upselling carnival salesman, you know, because they don't know what you're talking about. Pay lines.
Do you ever open these up, or you just leave them like they are right here, the 3 screens?
If they want to know more, I open them up, but I really want to get to the next one, and then if we have to, we go back and open them up. But we can open them up now. I don't care.
No.
Then we go to the Elite Pack, and I go, here's what makes the Elite Pack fantastic. 1,000 volume points. You already know how valuable volume points are. Yes, we do. Okay. You are going to get 1,000 volume points. Your back office is now paid for 18 cycles. That's $360 of value right there in expense. There's a 398 credit towards event passes or, you know, future product orders broken down into segments that way, and you get 4 pay lines. So if you took all the value out of that, you're basically getting 1,000 volume points for a couple of $100. If you do the Slenderized Elite Pack, and again, I tailor this to whether or not they've really been talking about weight and health, or, you know, maybe the weight isn't as important to them. But the Slenderized Elite Pack has 4 boxes of SlenderX in it. That's 4 months. You could take 1 for yourself, 1 for your spouse, and you could sell the other 2. You could keep them all for yourself if you needed to lose 50 pounds or whatever the case may be. You've got 2 complete sets of Optimals, and you've got 2 Pure Nourish. So even with that how big that system is, there's a lot of value in there for product they can sell, product they can use, the whole 9 yards, maximize their results. The other Elite Pack, that was the Elite Pack that I got because we didn't have the Slenderized Elite Pack at the time, and it gets you basically at least 1 of everything, including the water bottle, and a couple of extra of the Optimals and some of our Nutrify, and multiple Pure Nourish. And typically they'll start asking me about the Elite Pack. How does this work? And we start clicking on these. If that's too much for them to stomach, then we start moving backwards. And I never make anyone feel inferior or whatever if they can't do the big one. I give that something for them to strive for as fast as we can so that they can get those pay lines. They can take advantage of what an amazing jump start that is in our pay plan, if it means we have to get there. But we start at the top and we work our way down.
It's trying. I was just opening one up. We don't need to. I mean, because with the webinar.
That's all right.
And by the way, you guys have been asking about like the download of it. They're working on that part. I will get you better instructions on how to do that.
Okay.
You can do it, but I don't know how to tell you how to do it yet.
Okay, I'm going to tell y'all how to do it because here's what I do. When I get finished with the ARIIX presentation, I have a tablet and I also have a flip chart. On the ARIIX presentation, there is a button you can click where you can save the PDF of everything that we looked at. It's 70 slides in total. You can download that to a thumb drive, take it to a Kinko's, a Kinko's or a Office Max or a Staples, and you tell them that you want that printed in color on nice paper. Not crazy expensive paper, but nice paper. You can make your own flip chart. So if you're sitting with someone, you now have a permanent point of reference that you're not a slave to Wi-Fi. But also, you've got a point of reference to get familiar with it as you're going to be out sharing the business. Now, when you go into your back office and where you can put in a rep or put in an application, when you go to My Business, it's right there in your back office, and scroll down to Library, go ahead and print off in color the Slenderize starter packs for the United States or wherever. Do the Slenderize one and the regular one. And then you have it, and then I also, when I was doing it on my computer, I saved it. I saved it as a picture and I saved it as a PDF. And so then if I need to share the screen with them or show them, I don't have to download it. It's already on my computer. Just boom, I just click it and it's there. Because I spent a little extra time, not 2 minutes, and made that happen. So guys, everybody on this webinar can make that happen. But I really encourage you to make your own flip chart. That has been instrumental because my technology has intimidated people in the past. No one's intimidated by a nice notebook with sheet protectors, you flipping through a book, if you think technology will intimidate them. But a lot of people like how cool it is that we have access to it, and it's right there on the web. See, there are no secrets here. That's the biggest selling point of ARIIX, period.
Yep, absolutely. And there's going to be, just so you know, there is a way to download all the files to your computer so you could actually pull it up without the internet.
Yay! Okay, awesome.
So that's what I was trying to tell them how to do. Like, I don't know how I was told how to do it, but I was like between 5 phone calls. I was like, I can't do it right now. But then I'll get it figured out for you guys.
If you can figure that out, that'd be huge. Because I didn't even know. Well, no, I didn't even know that was a possibility. So see, I'm learning.
Yeah, that's the whole design of it, right? That you can actually download the whole thing to your computer. If someone's savvy on it, you should be able to right-click on it somewhere and download the files. You have to put them all though into this like a folder, and so that's where it gets a little hairy for me. So I didn't have that exact instruction. If some gurus on this, you can do it. So.
But I didn't mean to take so long. But all I'm trying to do is empower people to share this business on their own, use us for support. Nothing would make me happier than to be presenting this business all day long, every day, to someone in their living room, wherever it is, helping you guys build your business. I mean, that's what we're here for. But I also want to empower you to not wait for, the ARIIX Elvis to come to town, that you can do this and the resources are there, because the more you do it, then your team says, well, she could do it, I can do it. He could do it, I'm totally going to do it. And it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, so tomorrow and then Wednesday, it's the same thing. And we're
really going to get into inviting and overcoming objections. Steve is like the best trainer in the whole business. He's awesome.
Well, I appreciate that, Woodson. And you know what? It takes everybody to do this. And so if we can give some different invites and some different things that you can do, because if you just change your words a little bit, by the way, if you're getting great results, then don't change what you're saying. If you're not getting great results, or the people you bring in aren't can't say the same thing you're saying, then we have to give them some words that they can put together so that they will start agreeing with you from the second you start talking to them. So when you say things like, "I'm going to cover this tomorrow in the training," so because we're already worn out this night, you guys are toast, man. It's been a while, but we wanted to get this to you so bad, and so tomorrow I'm going to be doing a training. I'm going to call into this number at 11 Eastern. That's 8 a.m. Pacific, and we'll do like a half an hour of invites, and maybe we'll do a little role playing too. But if you were to say to somebody, the economy, if I was talking to you, and we're just talking, and I say, like I did it today at this store. I was the first customer at this store today in this really cool mall. I don't know. I was the first customer ever at some, I don't even know what the place was, but it's pretty fancy. And Eton, some place for men's clothing, and so I was there, and I said, well, the economy's been pretty tough for people. And the guy's head is shaking. Yeah. And I said, and some people aren't, looking for other ways to earn income. And he said, yeah, like some people aren't making. I said two facts. One fact: the economy has been tough on people. And if I was saying that to you, your head's probably already nodding. And people aren't earning as much as they used to. Yeah, people are cutting back. But some people have figured out how to make an extra income, so they don't have to. So even though if their jobs, their wages aren't going up, they can still earn more money. What do you think people say when I say that? They're going to say, well, how does that work? And now they're asking me for information, different than me going, well, I just got started in this new business, and it's really exciting. And, that might work for some of your people but it might not also. It also makes people cross their arms. If I walked up to you as a realtor, Woodson, and I said, I just got started in this new business. You'd be really good at it. You should look at it. You're going to be like, huh? I mean, you're already crossing. What happens is you turn on people's salesman alarm, and they already are going against you. So if we just put some words together a little bit differently, and you can do it if you have a job while you're at work, you could say, you could have just watched this information. You could be talking to a coworker, and you could say to them tomorrow morning, say, I just found out how we can actually fire our boss. But if you'd ever like me to tell you about it, I'd be happy to. But in the meantime, let's go to lunch. Like nowhere in there did you say, I really want you to look at my business. Please look at it. Please look at it. Right? It's, you could say something like that. I just found out how we could make an extra paycheck because I know we didn't get great raises this last year. If you'd ever like me to tell you about it, I'd be happy to. But in the meantime, hey, do you have that stapler that I gave you yesterday? The person's like, wait a minute, what happened there? And they're going to be like, tell me how to do that. It's like, well, we're at work right now. I can, when we're on break, something like that. Now you've got them wanting to know. They're curious. You know something they don't know, and then you can show them later. It's a way different mindset, and it's just change your words a little bit, and you'll change your business completely. You don't have to go and do dream boards and make, chants in the desert to try to overcome your demons, whatever. I mean, you just put the words together, and it's more effective, so that's what the boss has. It's like the inviting formula. But you can get with people right off the bat and learn about them. And there's some simple ways we can do it. So we're going to cover that tomorrow. If you can make it on there, I know a lot of people are working at things. We'll see how we record these and whatever. But we're gonna be using this that tomorrow to drive people to the webinar tomorrow evening. Okay,
awesome.
with Ben and Chris Doyle, two of the greatest leaders in the company. So we are excited about that. We went long, but we're going to get the recording out to you. I know some people have some questions in here. The concentrate thing, don't worry about it. I will find the answer to that. It's not like some great, whatever, concentrate. I have to see what they mean. We'll find out that answer and come back and we'll get you the answer on that. The thing someone said about concentrates or whatever in the MOA. I don't know if you've heard that one, but it's not what you're thinking. It is isn't Welch's. Okay, so we'll handle that. And so yeah, I appreciate everybody coming out. It's been long. You guys have a great East Coasters. Get to bed, get up and rock it tomorrow, and to really think about, write down on a piece of paper right now. There's somebody, because I have them too, right? And sometimes you have to overcome these things. And I want to say, first of all, thank you so much, Woodson, for putting that together tonight. You did an incredible job. People are just raving on this board over here.
Oh my gosh!
It's awesome. Okay, and so we really appreciate that. But I want you to know, there's people right now that are on your list that you haven't talked to, and that you're wondering whether you should talk to. I can tell you right now, in our team last week, the former 2 weeks ago, the former ambassador to South Africa is in our organization. His son is in my organization.
Amazing.
The guy should be president. I mean, I watched one of his videos. It's unbelievable. These are the types of quality of people we have in here. All right, we have a lot of people. We have professional sports teams, big ones that are really looking at the RX products because they don't know what to do with their athletes that don't think they can eat ice cream cones and get in shape for baseball and different things like that. So there's a lot of stuff here. This is going to be one of the biggest things you've ever seen in your life. RX as a company, what they're doing is so much different than anyone else is doing. And you really have to be that differentiator for them, showing them how we are doing this different and how we have that momentum going from 42 million up to 500 million. The people that bring that company to that, they're going to make so much money. It's unbelievable, right? The people that do that, I'm telling you, it's not going to take a whole bunch, but it's the people that are going to be taking that company up there. It's you guys that are on here, okay, if you decide to do it. Some of you have the most amazing weight loss stories. Change your weight loss story to something like this. Most diets don't work, and once you can do this. Someone asks you, what do you do for a living? And let's say you wanted to talk about the weight loss. You could simply say this. Someone says, what do you do for a living? Well, and you could be a teacher and you could do all these things, but you could also say, well, you know how people go on diets and they lose weight and then they gain it all back? Yeah. And they're like, yeah. Because people, that's like what happens, right? I mean, wouldn't you be shaking your head forward with it if I said that to you?
Yeah.
You would be, right? You'd be like, yeah, they'd be in agreement with you. Well, you know how people go on diets, they lose the weight and they gain it all back? Well, I show people how to lose weight once and keep it off forever.
I love that.
And just shut up after that. Don't talk about anything else. And let them say, well, how does that work? Well, you know what? You're here helping other customers and clients at the job. I will get with you. What's your number? What's your email? And then we'll get together. Right? And then you're like, even if you freeze up, just say, well, can I get your information? Because you got to talk to this gal Woodson. She's kept her weight off for like the last 6 months. Or you've got to talk to this girl Tam. You're talking to me. I've actually done it. I've lost 70 pounds, but I have other people that have lost 80. I'm going to show you how to do it a safe, effective way. But right now is not the time. When can we get together? Boom. Now you can sit them in front of the RX presentation and you're good to go. What do you do for a living? Well, you know how most people hate their jobs? I teach people how to fire their boss.
Wow.
How does that work? Well, when can we get together? I'd like to show you how it works. Much different than I just got started in a business and we're launching all of, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we just got started. I just, you know what I mean? Like, if you just change the words at the second, you could see if I said, well, what do you do for a living? Well, you know how most people aren't making as much money as they should and their income's kind of gone down. Well, I show families how to get an extra paycheck every month. Well, how does that work? Wow. Well, and then you could say you're launching this business. Well, I could get together with you. We're launching something new here, but it's been proven. I've been doing it for a couple of years, or there's been people doing it for a couple of years, and it's very proven, but we're launching it in this area. Then it's more effective than if you start with the launching thing. That's what I would say to you. And then when you sit down with them, do the inviting formula. So I know you're helping me in the store is awesome. What do you like with your kids? Oh my gosh. How many kids you have? Now you're doing the inviting formula, and now your presentation is going to hit home with them like a home run, because it's not like you're trying to score, but your presentation is going to hit home, and it's going to be more effective, and the person's going to appreciate it because you've sat down with them, you're learning about them, and now you're presenting to exactly what they want, not some stupid sales pitch that you're doing. Not that it's stupid, but if it's not effective to the person, it might as well be just kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb, right? It's for the person, right? So I'm going to leave you with that. Tomorrow morning, show up at 11 a.m. Eastern, and we'll keep rocking it. Woodson's going to be busy presenting the business, which if you can't make it because you're presenting the business, hats off to you. You're already ahead of the game. All right, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow. Okay?
Bye.
All right. Thanks, Woodson.
Thanks.
Right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Bye-bye.